Good morning, everybody, and it's your boy Mark, an MUFC fan, with your latest in the Premier League news updates on transfers and outgoings from different clubs right now, today, as we speak. Hope you guys are having a great day, and thank you for joining me. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you know when I'm on. And if you're always here, get in the comments, let me know what you're thinking, give me your criticisms and your opinions. What are you thinking? And as you read the thumbnail, Sancho to Dortmund, Martial out, transfers happening, Manchester United outgoings, loans, and moves throughout the different clubs and prospective transfers right now as we get into it, guys. Good morning. And let's get right into it, guys, as Jadon Sancho's departure a turning point for Manchester United. Sancho's loan move to Dortmund is a necessary move, guys. Manchester United's decision to loan Jadon Sancho back to Borussia Dortmund until the end of the season marks a significant shift in the club's approach. You know, if articulately, get him out of this club as ASAP, as some others would have said. This move is not just about Sancho's performance, but a statement on the club's tolerance of players who don't align with its values and ambition. Guys, in my honest opinion, I think Jadon Sancho is a talent. I think it was a situation where not much was able to happen. It's not one of those things where you want to see happen or you hope to see happen. It's a bad situation all around for the club and for the player. Such a talented young man, making a mistake that could cost him his career. You know what I mean? It's just one of those disappointing things, and I hope he can move on. Manchester United can move on, and everyone could be happy, guys. You know what I mean? Whether it is he gets his big move to Dortmund in the summer, or he gets a big move elsewhere, or he comes back, apologizes, and actually displays that red hot form that Manchester United bought him for from Borussia Dortmund initially. So, guys, that's the story on Jadon Sancho. The next up is no contract renewal for Anthony Martial. No discussions on in terms of extensions or anything like that. Currently, discussions are being held to terminate his contract, and he will be set free from the club in January. If not, a move to Saudi Arabia might be a possibility for the striker, who is ill with a bout of illness for the last 3 weeks and have been unable to display his strengths at Manchester United. Another player who has chosen to leave on loan rather than stay and help the club during the Ragnick era. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's that time for him to go. I don't think fans will be disappointed. And as we stick with Manchester United, there is interest, breaking news. Michael Olise is wanted by Manchester United to be one of the first permanent signings of the Sir Jim Ratcliffe era at Manchester United. The winger is unable to leave in January, but it is said that he has a release clause which will be significantly more than 35 million that was last summer's release clause after signing a new 100,000 a week deal at Crystal Palace. Guys, your thoughts? Get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Would you have Michael Olise at United? And as we move on, Manchester United are said to be interested in Frank Muller. Guys, experienced attacker, someone to lead and help Rasmus Højlund learn. Is this something that Manchester United should be looking at? 34 years old? I'm not too sure, guys, but get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. You know what I mean? Also, Manchester United entered the race for Argentine prodigy Federico Redondo, guys. A young midfield ace, 20 years old, plays for Argentino Juniors, and the youngster has been turning heads with his exponentially talented and immeasurably mature performances consecutively and consistently. He has become easily a fan favorite at the club, and his talents have seen and caught the eye of scouts in Europe, including the Manchester United scouting department, who are very keen on having this youngster come to Old Trafford. Guys, Manchester United is also planning on bringing in Dan Ashworth and Paul Mitchell to revamp United's sporting and football department. What is happening, guys? What is happening? You know what I mean? And let's keep it moving. We're going to jump to Arsenal right now, as Arsenal are said to be in talks with Brentford for Ivan Toney. 100 million posted by the Bees. It's making the Arsenal negotiators balk at the prospects of having to pay such a huge transfer fee. And after meeting the 105 million to bring Declan Rice to the club in the summer, the Arsenal faithful will not be able to pay 100 million for Ivan Toney. Will negotiations continue, guys, or will this be the last you heard of Ivan Toney to Arsenal? Let us know your thoughts. Get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Another striker that's been looked at by Arsenal is none other than the Man United target, young Santos striker Marcos Leonardo, 20 years of age. Santos been relegated this season. The only reason their relegation was delayed was because of the goals this young man has scored. He has played 40 games, and in those 40 appearances, he has scored 31 goals, guys. What a talent. What a talent young Marcos Leonardo is, guys. He should definitely not be allowed to go to the Gunners and come straight home to Old Trafford, in my opinion. And let's keep it moving. As we know, Tottenham Hotspurs have joined Manchester United in the race for the signature of the 30-year-old midfield attacking ace Paulo Dybala, as his £11 million release clause from Roma is active in the January window. Guys, your thoughts, your comments in below. And with Spurs missing their midfield ace in James Maddison, Dybala is seen as one of the most likely and competent replacements. Guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know what you're thinking. Spurs are also have said to be interested in the purchase of Dagu Dragauzev. The, the general defender has been steaming up the headlines and all the scouting departments in the Premier League at the moment. He's very, very talented, 23 years old, and it's going to cost clubs somewhere in the region of 35 million euros. The youngster has been doing his business for the last 3 seasons, one of the most consistent defenders in the league, and now has said to have tempted both Manchester United and Tottenham into being ready to splash the cash to get his signature in this January window if he says yes to the move. Guys, what are your thoughts? Get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. And as we move on to some more breaking news, guys, just a little bit of information. Serge Guirassy at Stuttgart. Stuttgart have lined up a replacement in-demand striker for the in-demand striker Serhou Guirassy ahead of anticipated bids from Premier League clubs this month. Guirassy has been one of the stories of the season in German football, having a record-breaking start to his campaign. The Guinea international scored 17 goals in 14 games to fire Stuttgart into Champions League contention. After 2 seasons battling relegation at the MPH Arena, the 27-year-old was understood to have a release clause in his contract worth just 17.5 million euros, 15 million pounds, a figure which has alerted clubs across Europe. Manchester United and Newcastle are each said to be considering an approach, while Fulham, West Ham have also been linked with the signing the striker this January. Guys, what are your thoughts as these 4 clubs raced for the signature of the Stuttgart striker Serhou Guirassy? Also, it must be known that Sergio Guirassy will be prioritizing the club that offers him not only the best remunerations for his services, but also game time. It is very important for the striker that he gets regular game time on in the starting lineup. Guys, your thoughts, your comments, let me know what you're thinking. And another Manchester United former player in the headlines as Jesse Lingard is set to be signing a temporary contract in this winter window with Everton. And the Merseyside faithful are said to be interested in having the ex-midfielder come into their ranks and fill a void that they might have going into the end of this season. Guys, your thoughts, your comments, let me know what you're thinking. Are you interested? You know, also breaking news out of Germany. Manchester United said to have discussed internally getting the service of Chupa Moting, who will not be participating in the Africa Cup of Nations, but an experienced striker who has seen little to no game time since the arrival of Harry Kane. Guys, I don't think that's a good move, but what are your thoughts? Get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking, guys. And the chances of Man United player joining Preston North End on loan, as Dan Gore is set to take a loan spell at Preston North End, guys. What are your thoughts? Let me know. The young talented striker has said to be midfielder has said to be lighting up eyes all over Europe this season, and other clubs, including Borussia Dortmund, are said to be interested in testing the nerves of Manchester United, who have rebuffed all offers for this youngster so far. Another one of the most interesting stories is Arsenal and Chelsea are set to rival each other to compete for the signature of Boniface. Guys, the German striker has lit the German league are fired, much like Sehu Garassi this season, on 13 goals from 14 games. He is one of the top scorers in the German league, having a breakout season right now. What are your thoughts? Get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Should Arsenal and Chelsea be rivaling each other for a player of this note, or should Arsenal be focusing on Ivan Toney? Guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. And as we move on, Chelsea is ready to activate the release clause of a 20-year-old centre back in January's swoop. Chelsea is said to be interested in signing Antonio Silva from none other than Sporting Lisbon. Guys, your thoughts, your comments, let me know what you are thinking. It's also said that Arsenal are planning to recall Kieran Tierney to help the left back crisis that's been going on, with Alexander Zinchenko currently injured more games than he's available. Guys, Wataru Endo at Liverpool surprise will miss surprise star outshining 100 million signings. Liverpool will miss him to the Asian Cup of Nations, just like Son is going to be missing from Tottenham, Hwang Hee-chan from Wolverhampton, as well as all of the players who are of that relation. Guys, the AFCON is up. The Asian Cup of Nations is begun. Players have left. There are a couple teams are going to be left without certain players, key players such as Tottenham, who's going to be missing Basuma and Son and Sar. There's lots of teams, including Mohamed Kudus at West Ham, Andre Onana at Manchester United, as well as Sofiane Amrabat, all gone to the African Cup of Nations, including other players across the league. And guys, we are going to see how these teams survive the next 4 weeks without these key players and how they perform. Guys, what are your thoughts on the Premier League? The top four battle is wide open, in my opinion, with the top six teams all in with a shout. Guys, even the teams number 7 and 8 still have a shout for top four because everyone has to play each other one more time. And as we've seen, there's lots of upsets in the league, and the top four is not the finite. So, guys, as we go into the business end of the season and the transfer window opens, there's lots to be going. Guys, yes, and as I bring you this news this morning, I hope you all know that this is just a little bits of information. We'll be coming right back with you later with more as we update and keep going with the transfer window. This is your daily update, your morning brief with your boy, Mark, an MUFC fan. Thank you for joining me. And guys, you know what it is. Smash those like buttons, hit the bell notification, and subscribe. If you're new, help me grow this channel to, one of the biggest channels on YouTube someday. Thank you for joining me, and do have a good day. This has been your transfer review morning update with your boy, Mark, an MUFC fan. And we out.